So those of us in the physical sciences are thinking about what our learning goals are, and this is really where we base everything. And so we're asking ourselves, which of the learning goals for this class, for this laboratory, can we do in an online environment? We can do lots of data interpretation. We can do lots of learn how to use instrumentation. Some of those things, students can use instrumentation from homes.
For example, with a course I'm going to offer this fall, we are actually going to send equipment to the students. And they actually will be able to conduct experiments on their own with or without our immediate assistance. So the idea is to combine synchronous in-person activities to maybe demonstrate some of the key concepts of whatever experiment we're using, but also give them access to asynchronous offline assignments, small group assignments so they can know each other and interact with each other, the students in class, using this equipment, for example. So we're indeed trying to bring the lab out to the students in order to make it a more engageable experience.
I think the thing we learned this past spring is that flexibility is going to be key. There are some things that aren't going to translate very well and are going to be very difficult to do online. And for those of us who teach classes where that happens, we're going to have to think about, okay, what things can we put into the course this fall? And then as they progress throughout their Bowdoin career, we're going to have to add those things back. And so maybe we pull some things out, do them this fall, with the hope that when they're back in the spring and during other semesters, that we add in those activities that they didn't get the opportunity to do this fall, and they can do them in another classroom.
So our first thing we had to figure out was whether we needed to actually change the course content, and for many of us we did. However, what we were able to keep the same was like the values of the courses that we're teaching.
I feel really curious about this platform. There are things about it that really excite me. Certainly the Acting for the Camera class, which is a 1,000 level class, which will be available to open to all students, is built for this kind of environment. If I'm speaking to a student, you're absolutely right. We can't go into a beautiful proscenium theater like we have at Bowdoin and do a play like we're used to. But that doesn't mean we're going to stop performing. That doesn't mean we're going to stop acting. That doesn't mean we're going to stop dancing. How dare we give COVID-19 that power? People have been doing this since the dawn of time.
We're determined to have our courses be just as hands-on and interactive as they would have been face-to-face.
I'm excited. It's not the same. Of course it's not. But I'm excited because this is a learning experience that I'm taking up wholeheartedly.
This is a time of national and global upheaval. And Bowdoin is where you can work this out with your peers and with your professors.